All right. Goddamn. Yeah, see, I'm the only person who can fucking handle doing this, bro. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Fucking heavy as the head, like I said, Nate. But we're back. I'm back. I'm gonna be in New York for a while after this video. I'm in LA right now. Got product. Got a lot of weird product. Nate had a topic for me. What's up, Nate?
Mine, I'm a mogul, bro.
Yeah.
You're always talking about the mogul mindset. We want to see into it. We want to learn more about it.
I can bring you to water, but I can't make y'all drink. I'll tell you that right now. You know, it takes a certain type of person to be able to run a multi-million-dollar worldwide business. It takes an even more special type of person to build a cottage industry from the ground up and then revolutionize it again with the second company. I'm not talking about myself. If you think I am, you know, that's fine. You know, I'll take that. But we'll talk about it. You guys will see a video about this. I'm on my polo agenda. Why don't you give them a little pan over real quick? All right, this one I bought for myself is a little too big. The Coogee polo with the tiger.
Oh.
That's what I said.
This is some like Gucci Man, OJ the Juice Man 07 shit. I bought it for that. It's just a little big for me. But if anyone has any Coogee from this era, especially the black and lime green jacket with the kangaroo on it, track jacket in like a medium maybe, I would buy it for myself. All right, I got a vintage Orange County Choppers hoodie. It's kind of thrashed. It's like West Coast Choppers, but Long Island. They're from Long Island, right?
Yeah, they're from Long Island originally.
Those two guys hated each other. I don't really understand the like custom chopper thing. You know, like I wouldn't want like a custom car or a custom chopper. It seems like maintenance is gonna be kind of an issue with that going forward. I would want a Harley and then maybe just throw some rims on it and get one of those helmets with the Predator dreads. Martine fleece. A kid came in the other day and he was selling a bunch of Vetmonts. He wanted to buy a Harley and I was like, that's fucking cool because not enough kids want to be like classic cool guy motorcycle biker dudes. And I think that's a classic trope that we're losing. I bet you the instance of hog guy matriculation is higher in Temecula or places like that, but here in the big city, it's not, you don't see a lot of them.
What are your thoughts on hog guy versus like the bing 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 guy?
I think the hog guy is orders of magnitude cooler than like the Hayabusa guy or like the dirt bike guy, personally.
Where does a cafe racer fit into that?
I don't want to use any slurs here. Let's keep it like that. Anyway, I got Sterling Ruby Vans with the lemons on them. I don't think they are lemons. I always thought they were lemons till you see them up close. Yeah. They're not. Into the freak shit. Full-size diptyque candles, 2 of them, brand new. It's not a flavor I like, which is why I didn't keep them. It's the berry flavor. Retails like $500 on these, but I got 2 of these.
What an ostentatious show of wealth.
Yeah. All right, this is fucked up. All my Melrose LA heads are gonna know what I'm talking about. A E-tie bag. Back in the day, he would take bigger, it's probably from like a garment bag. He would chop them up and then like rebuild stuff. Although he claimed he would do it himself, but I know that he hired some old like dude from the garment district to do it. So he never did any of the actual work. Yeah, this is like sign of a very nasty time and proof that people had too much money. The chick who bought this said she spent $2,000 on it, which is like a crime. Because this is like the worst thing you can spend your money on. Just bad taste personified. Another one of these freaky things, the hat with the bag, and it's got the other shit. I mean, low key, this is kind of the same vibe as the bag, you know? The type of trapper who would actually want either of these things is like a wook trapper. Like a dude who's like trapping K at like the Disco Biscuit show and like still wears like LRG and shit. LV bag from like 06, patent leather. I thought it looks like a hot water bottle kinda. Yeah, I don't really know kind of what the point of it is, but it's cool. You could chop it up and make your own bag, kinda a la E-tie. Yeah, that's all I got product-wise. Not our strongest showing, but one of our more geeked up showings generally. All right, what do you want to know about, Nate?
Mind of a mogul, man. So tell me about the mindset. Tell me about what it takes to be a mogul. How do I get there?
You personally, I don't know if you will get there, but that's a different conversation.
That's fucked up, but
it's all about fortitude and consistency and structure. Giving yourself structure, because when you work for yourself, no one else is gonna give you structure. You know, you can't just take random days off. You can't just close early because it's slow. You know, you can't do any of that stuff. You need to be like consistent, same hours, same schedule, same workload, putting good shit out every day, doing whatever, but it's like, it's on you and you have to know that the buck stops with you. Like a lot of people aren't comfortable being in a position where like, everything's on them. I personally, and this is to my detriment to a certain point, like I fucking hate when anyone tells me to do anything, even if they're right. That shit pisses me off. And I have to like catch myself a lot of the time being ready to give people attitude when I'm like, actually this fucking person's right. You know, you gotta be able to take criticism. You just gotta have thick skin and really just be resilient, because it's like, I think a lot of people usually just see all the ups, but like there are a lot of downs. And I don't know about other people who own businesses, but when we're not fucking crushing it, you know, like I'm ready to fucking shoot myself. Even like when we're just doing okay, I'm ready to shoot myself. So the only time you ever really feel good running a business is when you're really, really doing good.
Do you feel like you have to make more compromises than you thought you would have initially when you first started like running your own businesses and stuff?
It's give and take, so you have to make a lot of compromises with your time and your free time and all that, but it's like you kind of get things out of it, and it's like, so what do you value? Do you value your free time, or do you value the freedom to like fuck off and do whatever you want when you want to do it? At the same time, at least for me, I value the ability to go fuck off if I want to, but 99% of the time I don't want to go do that because I'd rather be here, be with the business and making sure that shit's going the right way, which is why I'm not on vacation constantly or whatever.
Well, I mean, I've noticed you and like other people that are at the very least like at higher levels in business are just constantly on their phones. Like they're never like not working.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on my days off. I'm working when I'm home. You kind of have to. Some people think that's an unhealthy work-life balance. If that's what you want and you want a 9 to 5, that's fine. Working for yourself isn't for everyone. And I'm not here to like besmirch people who do work for themselves or do work a 9 to 5 or do work for someone else, because everyone's different and everyone has different priorities. Some people would rather just be able to turn their head off when they're not at work and just go chill with their family and do whatever. I can't turn my brain off, and I can't turn me thinking about work or all this type of shit or thinking about money or worrying about money, regardless of if I had a 9 to 5 or not. So I might as well leverage that to like work for myself.
What do you think about the sentiment of pick something that you love so that it never feels like work?
That's fucking cap, bro. I don't love doing this. I do this because I'm good at it. And yes, I enjoy it, but it's like there are other things I would love to do more. I just don't know how to make money doing them.
What's your dream job?
I don't know, crypto trader? No, I think my dream job would be like doing like media stuff, being on TV, being in front of the camera. This is what I like doing and what I'm good, like really good at as far as I'm concerned, yapping. And granted, you know, my job gives me some leeway to yap at people, but there's also other parts of the job which are a little less yap forward, which aren't my favorite parts of the job. I've had people who do kind of like are starting in business or whatever ask me, and the main piece of advice I give people, and I'll give you all this free game now, and this isn't even free game. If you have set hours with your business, you need to like work those hours and be open those hours. There's nothing worse when you go to a small business and they're like closed randomly, and it's like, I'm never going back if that happens. Even if something's slow, you need to like soldier through it, put the time in to be consistent and like run a real business is like the piece of advice I have for people.
What are your thoughts about like picking like business partners and like, you know, your lieutenants? What's your thought process on that?
I will say that when you choose business partners, especially when you're young and you're getting started in business, you kind of have to realize how much of a commitment it is partnering with someone, especially once the documents and the LLC shit get signed and equities distributed. You're now married to this person. Ending any sort of partnership like that is going to probably be a messy divorce because money's involved, at least if you guys are successful. And I'm not even talking about my personal shit. When I ended my last partnership, it wasn't messy and we're not on bad terms at all. But it's more so like I've seen it happen. I've seen a lot of businesses fall apart and people fucking hate each other for life after it. But it's just like you have to realize you're marrying somebody when you get into business with them, basically in every way. Legally, it's the same type of binding arrangement almost as getting married to someone. Keep that in mind and know what you're getting yourself into, because like a lot of people just choose the wrong partners for the wrong reasons or go into business with friends who I don't think is the right way to do it. As far as choosing people, you know, it's like I kind of like go off people's vibes. I think you can kind of teach people how to work or how to do a certain job. You can't teach someone to be motivated to work for you or want you to win. And to me, that's more important. People who are like interested in the bigger picture of what we're doing and don't resent me for wanting to do what's best for me and my family, or putting the business first ahead of people's individual feelings or concerns. I think that's the type of shit you can't really teach. If someone is like motivated to work for us, motivated to work for me, wants me and the company and everyone else together to win, I can kind of teach them to do whatever, hopefully. I can't teach someone to care.
That's honestly so fucking true. You cannot teach a motherfucker to care.
Yeah, that's to me the more important thing, is like someone like really caring about this. You could be the best in the world, but if you just are phoning it in and you don't really care, you're just like, this is just a placeholder for you, it's not gonna be a good fit as far as I'm concerned, because I want people to stay with us for the long term and we can grow together.
Real shit.
All right, yeah. In business, the most important thing is supporting the businesses that you guys care about. Luke's Store, 8012 Melrose, 261 Broome. Why don't you come bring us some stuff, sell us some stuff? Why don't you fucking buy some stuff too? Why don't we get it together? Let's grow together.